Sharpe.
So I'm going to say it's not smart.
I'm going to say it's not sharp.
This is very smart. Then they had to go on foot. This was very, very sharp.
He did it again.
I said sharp. It was sharp and smart.
I would say smart.
Shannon Sharpe.
Sharp or not sharp?
It's not like you never heard that name before. It is your name.
I'll mess up my own segment.
He's always sharp. All right, Shannon, time for you to tell us if it's sharp or not sharp. First, we got Kim Mulkey firing back at reporters after the loss to UCLA. Take a listen.
Coach, it's the second straight year you guys get eliminated in the Elite Eight. Just give it. Yeah.
Terrible or is that good?
Terrible.
Is it? How many Final Fours you play in?
None.
So it's probably pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. Shannon, was that sharp or not sharp?
Not sharp at all. This is the LSU. I think he said he's KTLSU. So that means he's a local reporter that he talks about the Bengals. Now, I can only imagine, Stephen A., had John Calipari or Rick Pitino had addressed a woman reporter with that same tone and said, how many Final Fours have you played in? Holy hell would have broken loose. All he did was ask a question, and see, he walked into a trap. He's like, you know, man, I was going to ask you this. But she put it out there. Oh, no, you're not played to do pretty good. You're the second or third highest paid coach in women's college basketball. You're played to win and get the Final Fours. I don't like the way she addressed him, because had that been a man addressed a woman reporter in that same tone, everybody wouldn't have been keying. Because I remember when Cam Newton said something very similar to a woman reporter, and we all holy hell broke loose. Stephen A., do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
I thought you might.
Yes, I do.
I thought you might.
First of all,
not sharp at all.
Let's get a couple of things. I agree with you, not sharp at all. You're absolutely right with everything that you just said. I'm not going to take away from the fact that Kim Mulkey is a great coach and an established coach. We just need to finally say this about her. She's very rude. She's very rude. She's very, very rude.
Yes, very condescending.
I mean, she's rude, she's condescending, and unnecessarily so to too many people. But it's always with the right one. See, she don't go up to the wrong ones like that. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like she knows, Shannon, who to do that to and who not to do that to. Because certain people you do that to, they're going to clap back at you. But she is a phenomenal coach, one of the best ever. But she's just a very, very rude person.
Yeah, she's a great coach.
Yes.
But a part of your character is how you handle defeat, being gracious in victory, but also gracious in defeat. And the fact that she was so rude is completely unnecessary, especially to your own. That's a student reporter. No business that she had doing that to that reporter.
Right.
Yeah, 100% student reporter.
Wow.
That makes it even
I
worse.
didn't know that was a student reporter. I didn't know.
Okay.
Right.
Not sure.
Yes.
Next, we have Brock Purdy reflecting on the Niners season on the Built for More podcast. This was a couple days ago. Listen up, guys.
Last year, man, guys were tired. Like, that season, dude, is no joke. And when you go from July training and everything all the way to the end of February, and then you really get 5 weeks off or so, and you got to report back, and then you're going again. Yep. It's like, dude, guys are tired. They're still beat up. Their bodies, these guys that are getting older, like, it's not easy.
Shay Sharpe, sharp or not sharp?
Not sharp. And you want me to pay this man $50+ million a year, can't you? I wish I might. So I guess the Chiefs are just exhausted. I don't even know how the Chiefs could even summon up the play, because they've gone to the Super Bowl and they've been deep 6 and 7. The last 7 years they've gone to 6 Super Bowls. How can they even function? Just because you think something, that doesn't mean you have to say it. I'm not in the business of excuse making. Bro, just keep that to yourself. Hey, we need to be better. We have some injuries. I need to play better. Guys need to play better. But when you start talking about fatigue and tired, bro, nobody trying to hear them excuses, and you want me to pay you $300 million a year. I wish I might.
I agree with Shannon again, 2 for 2, not sharp at all. Here's what, to piggyback off of what Shannon said, it's really, really this simple if you listen in Brock Purdy. Were you guys, as San Francisco 49ers, members of the National Football League, subjected to anything different than the other 31 teams are subjected to? If that answer is no, then what the hell are you talking about? It makes absolutely no sense for you to articulate that publicly, because what you're doing is using that as an excuse, and you're not recognizing that he's really inviting more scrutiny, because now it's, why were you tired? What the hell were y'all doing that had y'all so tired, that y'all were so ineffective compared to the other teams who made the playoffs and competed and looked a hell of a lot better than y'all spent the year looking? Now you've invited those questions simply because of that faith.
Yeah, it's not sharp. And the point of the exercise is to have sustained success, to routinely compete for championships. For Brock Purdy, the NFL schedule ain't changing. As a matter of fact, if anything happens in the foreseeable future, you're going to get more regular season games.
Yes.
So you're going to be playing in more football games.
At 18.
Exactly. And for a guy that I'm going to guarantee over $200 million to, I'm going to need for him to set the tone a little bit better for my franchise than what Brock Purdy did on that podcast.
That's not bad, Shannon. Like you said, you wish he might. I mean, damn, you're looking for your money and you're going to say that.
I got one more. This morning, Steelers coach Mike Tomlin was asked how he'd feel if Mason Rudolph was his starter week 1.
That's why we brought him back. I'm comfortable with that, man. We've been there before. He's a very capable guy.
Stephen A. Sharpe or not Sharpe? Sharpe or not Sharpe? From the ground.
Oh, my God.
It's not sharp. Go to Shannon.
Shannon?
That's not sharp at all. Okay, if he was what you thought he was, why did you let him go in the first place? You see, I look at the situation like this. It's like love is like an eclair. Once it goes cold, it can't be reheated. Once you move on, what you bringing it back for? If he was what you thought he was, you would have never let him go. At that position, you got the quarterback that you believe that can get you to where you want to go, and you let him go. Come on, Mike Tomlin, that's not sharp at all. Nobody believes that.
Guys, what's he going to say, though? If that's his option, what is he going to say? He might not have anything else.
Well, fair, Molly. You know how much we love Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
But you haven't won a playoff game since 2016. And the Steeler faithful got to look forward to Mason Rudolph in a division that has Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. And that's your answer?
Stephen A. is a high character guy. What would you like him to say? What is he going to say? We can't win there.
We're still exploring all of our options. It's a long way before the season starts. We'll get back to y'all.
You can't do that. Not if Mason
Yes,
Rudolph.
you can.
What if Mason Rudolph ends up being your guy and then you're dogging him publicly? Is that who Mike Tomlin is?
Well, here's the problem, Molly.
If he was your guy, you would have let him go.
But here's the problem, though. Mike Tomlin can lie to us and say that they're comfortable with Mason Rudolph for the starting quarterback for the rest of the season. You know who we can't lie to? The rest of those guys in the locker room. When Cam Hayward says that we're in a state of urgency, having Mason Rudolph as QB1 week 1 does not reflect a state of urgency. And I'm sorry, there's no world in which the Pittsburgh Steelers as